Thank you. We had to wait a few minutes before we could get here, and I just appreciate everybody coming, and I'm sorry we've had to call another meeting because we talked about this before and we voted on it. But what I wanted to do is to have another vote and make sure everybody has a chance to talk if they have something they want to say. But I think we all agreed that we have gotten the money and we need to make a proposal to have a professional come in and tell us, advise us, do an in-depth study, and that, we're all part-time legislators and we really don't have the expertise to really dig down and get a business plan. And I personally we've talked about this and talked about it, and I think we've gone as far as our expertise can go, and we appreciate the work that has been done so far with the farmers markets. And we're going to have to depend on the people at Ag, the great folks we have that are over the farmers market now, working with the professional people to get a study and see what we're going to do. One thing I want to put in the plans is Representative Gilliard has been working with the farmers market in Savannah, and they've got somebody that wants to help, and it's a key person down there that's been holding the farmers market together. And I do want to ask them when they're in Savannah to work with him in Savannah, and to let him and meet with him and tell him so he can tell them some of it. There was a proposal to buy some land. Somebody wanted to buy some land or swap some land. I don't know if that ever happened, and I really don't know much about it. But I'll check with Representative Green, because apparently we have the pathway to some land. I don't know if the ports want it, who wants it, or if it's a developer. But if it's a what, but I'm sure we've got to work on that. And so anyway, if I could, does anybody want to have anything to say before we do this vote? Representative Anderson. Senator, excuse me, he'll always be a representative to me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Do I hear anybody else have another comment? Representatives say. What number? 9. Number 9.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. What we're voting on is the study committee.
Well, it's not exactly a study committee. What we're voting on is to contract with some professionals to go in and do an in-depth business plan. This is not a study committee. We've had study committees on the farmers markets, and we've never gotten anything done.
Gotcha.
And we're ready to get something done. And apparently last year, the Senate was ready to get something done, so we have money in the budget to have a professional do the study committee.
Okay.
Well, study the proposal. I think we need to change the name from a study committee to maybe, can y'all think of a word that?
Strategic plan.
Strategic plan.
Okay.
For farmers markets. We lose some of the farmers markets. We've lost money, and then we've got things like Cordell. There's a huge amount of land down there connected with the farmers markets. And I know from my daughter lives in Rome, and they have a farmers market downtown that's real successful. People are changing the way they live and the way they buy groceries and produce. At this time, if no one has any other comments,
follow-up question, Madam Chair. I'm sorry. This is my first one being included. So
yeah, we've been sending you messages.
You may have, and I haven't gotten them because I usually show up. Ain't that right, Mr. Chairman? I'm one that show up at all of my stuff when I get them. I don't know what has happened, but
I knew you had a keen interest in this, so I have been wondering why you have not come to any of our meetings.
And it's going to Okay. I accept that. I just know that if I'm informed, I show up.
Okay.
That's something I take very serious. That's why the voters sent me down here. But the next question, though, is you're saying that the, this vote is basically just to agree to get professionals to help us do what it is we're seeking to accomplish. Since we've done the studies already, we want to, at the end of the day, have a business plan that we can move forward on and agree upon. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Ready?
At this time, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chairman, I do pass on a strategic plan to be conducted on the farmer's market.
I've got a second by Representative Gilliard. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And we will get with the
Do we have a date that we would have it back to us?
well, not yet, but we will find a date, okay? And we'll get with y'all and because we don't see how long it's going to take them to do.
Don't wanna drag it out.
No, we've drug this thing out long enough.
So do we need to put a date on it by,
They're ready to start immediately.
good.
The
6 to 8 weeks, I believe is what they had estimated.
8 weeks, okay, what?
Good.
July 1st? No, we got to be before then, because we got to pay them.
No, that's good.
We don't, what do you,
I think you can obligate the funds, as long as we obligate the funds before July 1st, I
okay.
think we're okay.
Well, do you think, June 15th? What do y'all think?
Madam Chair, they have 3 months to complete the assessment.
Oh, okay, thank you.
They'll be, if we give them the go-ahead, I would assume in 3 months they'll.
April, May, June, July, June 30th? That's 3 months. A little bit more than 3 months, but this month's almost over.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
And by the time we get a contract, written up and everything, what do we do, who does that?
The fiscal office.
The fiscal office, okay. And okay,
July the 1st.
all right. But, I don't think that we need to pay the whole 100,000. What price do y'all wanna go with? Well, we can't spend over 100,000, that's all we've got.
Do they know that?
Yeah, and they know that, I don't know what amount we have to spend not to have an RFP.
We don't need one.
We don't need one?
I'll leave that at the discretion of the chair. Suit me to do that.
Okay, well, I'll meet with them and see what I can bargain. Okay?
I think you're a pretty good willing dealer.
So I'll see what I can get them to do it
See
for
what
me.
you can get for free.
I'll see what I can get from them. I think the representative of the company's out there listening. So we will see, because we just have to have a little change left over. Okay? All right, and I will, supposedly, maybe they'll be around next week and can talk with everybody individually, to talk with the members of the committee
I think that'd be a great start.
and see if they can meet with individually, not as a group, but individually with the committee members.
Can I make a comment?
Please
Chair?
do.
So, Senator C, we've had a few of these meetings and we've all recognized the value of the Forest Park, the farmers market at Forest Park, and how critical that is to our farm community, but also restaurants and economic development. And this is an effort to have a plan to what do we need to invest in the various markets. And I think we're all for making improvements at the Forest Park, the Atlanta Farmers Market. but we want a professional to tell us what would be the most effective improvements that we can make. I mean, we've talked about more cooler space, and cleaning up the lower part of the market maybe, or replacing some of the lower part with commercial cooler space, because we see it as really a terminal market that is not, I mean, it's super important. It's not really in my opinion, a retail type market. It's a truck terminal market. But some of these others may need to be more geared toward retail and more of for families to go to on the weekend and that kind of thing. So we just feel like somebody needs to take a survey of everything we have and give us their professional opinion on what the highest and best use of those properties are and how we can make these first class. We want the Atlanta Farmers Market to be a first class farmers market, you know, that people throughout the country recognize as a number one farmers market.
Well, isn't the farmer's market listed as Atlanta Clayton Farmers Market? We didn't do that. I thought we tried to change the name to the Atlanta Clayton Farmers Market.
Well, I think what they ended up doing though is saying in Clayton County.
Okay.
Atlanta Farmers Market in Clayton County, because it is in Clayton County, but Atlanta has, like I said, the airport in Clayton County.
Yeah.
But Mr. Chairman, just to speak to what he was just saying, in addition to that, because of Atlanta being the Mecca of the South, and we, Clayton County, the stepchildren to the South, I want to make sure that Clayton County can do what I have been doing, because I do the nationals with women affiliations. Whenever my friends come to town and they are in a layover at the airport, I go get them, take them to our farmers markets, and let them. And that's why I was saying, if we can do the pod things, because we now have pods that you can order almost like an Uber that can just drive you over there. I mean, I know it's work involved in doing those things. And I always talk about my 4 grandkids. They are technology babies. I mean, just trying to ride a bicycle over there is not the answer. Pods and how you move people efficiently and quickly. And it's available now if you're into technology. But most seniors don't get that deep into it, but it exists. So while folk are looking into how can we better do things, we have to, in my opinion, be thinking futuristic, not just the Jetsons, because it's here and it's real. I mean, people are going to the moon now. So we need to be able to get folk from Clayton County Airport over to Clayton County Farmers Market, so Clayton County can restore some of the revenue sources we're losing to Atlanta. We need to be included in that growth. And that's why, Mr. Chairman, I was saying I truly want to be at the table. I truly want to have a voice and those kinds of things. So I appreciate you allowing me to be a part, because it's important in our districts. I'm sure everybody take care of back home. Well, I want to take care at home as well.
And one thing too, the purpose of the farmers market, I feel like it is, and it's we've got to push more Georgia grown products.
Exactly. One last thing, Madam Chair. When you're going through the world's busiest airport, you see Georgia grown, and you can stop and buy. Why can't you come to Clayton County and do that too? Point, I'm just saying, I'm thinking outside of Atlanta. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, love my city, but I live in Clayton County. I represent Clayton County, and Clayton County needs to have its fair share.
Well, and they could probably tell us how much, you know, I don't know how much it would bring, but we'll work that. We've got to start somewhere. 15.
Madam Chair, I just want to say I'm excited and elated. I was going back to when Commissioner Black had his focus on technology and state-of-the-art, and I heard you, Senator, talk about state-of-the-art. I'm elated. If our farmers markets, the ones that can survive, can come up to that level of retail state-of-the-art, I think we've got something very tangible. So I've seen, the commissioner in working with the residents and getting their, you know, their response. So I'm excited. I want to thank you.
Any other comments? Representative Anderson,
Thought I was a senator.
Senator. You always be a representative to me.
If you need a motion to adjourn, I'm ready to make the motion.
Okay, all right, I am too. Listen, we had a motion and a second. All in favor of doing this and moving ahead, say aye. Aye. All opposed, adjourned, and we'll get together and get the things worked out. Thank you.